Middle MAGA.
In the whirlwind of Jersey City politics, the Bob Menendez saga unfolds like a dark comedy about ambition and extravagance.
We do have breaking news, an indictment, a federal indictment with major implications in Washington and abroad.
Menendez, a New Jersey Democratic senator, found himself the star of a scandal that could have been lifted straight from a satirical novel. Imagine a game of Monopoly, but with real gold bars and a Mercedes-Benz as the playing pieces. The plot thickens in 2019, not just any year, but the year Menendez apparently decided to level up in luxury. The acquisition of a glistening Mercedes-Benz convertible marks the start of this tale.
A new report in the New York Times reveals that Democratic Senator Bob Menendez's wife, Nadine, hit and killed a man with her car in 2018 before she and the senator were married. And this car crash is allegedly what started the bribe that was listed in last month's federal indictment against Senator Menendez, his wife, and 3 others. The indictment claims that 2 of those co-defendants offered to help buy Nadine Menendez a new Mercedes in exchange for the senator interfering in the prosecution of one of the co-defendants' business associate.
But this wasn't just any Benz. It was a symbol of opulence, a ride so flashy it could blind bystanders with its sheen, in a move that might make even a Bond villain blush. 2 co-defendants, Jose Uribe and Wael Hanna, got this 4-wheeled wonder for Menendez's wife as a gift.
Another indicted co-defendant, Egyptian-born Will Hanna. He was deep in debt after several failed New Jersey business attempts. Davies reportedly paid off a lot of Hanna's debt.
Their offices are right next to each other, so they knew each other. I know Davies has been a longtime donor to Menendez. So the connections were there. I think it was just a matter of putting the pieces together.
Davies' Edgewater office building is where Hanna headquartered EGIS Halal. It's the only U.S. business allowed to certify halal meat for shipment to Egypt. Menendez allegedly leaned on federal officials who threatened Hanna's monopoly and then, through Hanna, provided sensitive information about arms sales to the Egyptian government. Nadine Menendez served as the conduit for secrets and payments, the indictment says.
The bribes, the money wasn't coming in, and she sends text messages to her husband saying she's so upset. And the next thing we know, this contract comes through and he has the halal monopoly, and then the money starts flowing back to her.
Hanna's friend Jose Uribe lost his insurance broker's license for fraud. He allegedly bought Nadine Menendez a Mercedes-Benz after the senator reportedly called to disrupt a state investigation into his associates. Uribe's the 3rd indicted businessman, but the big cheese?
Had it not been for the receptive ear of Bob Menendez, they would have been absolutely not in business at all. They found somebody who was a willing partner.
You know, the kind of gift that screams, nothing to see here, definitely not a bribe. This Benz was more than a car. It was a statement, a 2019 model with all the bells and whistles. Picture Menendez's wife, Nadine, cruising through the streets of Jersey City, the wind in her hair, in a vehicle so luxurious it could make a royal envious. It's like the car had its own gravitational pull, drawing in allegations of corruption as efficiently as it did envious stares. The Mercedes, however, was just the opening act. The feds later raided Menendez's home, unearthing a treasure trove fit for a pirate king. We're talking about nearly $500,000 in cash, not stashed in a bank, but in jacket pockets and closets. And let's not forget the 13 gold bars. This wasn't your average rainy day fund unless Menendez was preparing for a monsoon. The accusations against the senator were as extravagant as his hidden treasures, along with his wife and a trio of businessmen. Menendez faced charges that read like a shopping list of illicit dealings. Allegedly, he used his position to benefit Egypt with a price tag including hefty cash sums, luxury items, and yes, those cinematic gold bars. Despite the glaring evidence, Menendez played his hand with the confidence of a poker champion, pleading not guilty. His defense? A tale of saving cash like a diligent squirrel, rooted in his family's experience of asset confiscation in Cuba. But the plot twist came with the linking of the cash to Fred Davies, a real estate developer who seemed to have a different kind of real estate investment in mind. The narrative weaves in Menendez's personal life too, particularly his marriage to Nadine Arslanian, their romance, which bloomed in the unlikely romantic setting of an IHOP,
At IHOP, we're flipping up more than pancakes.
evolved into a partnership now embroiled in this bribery drama.
Cakes. With our new menu featuring waffles, biscuits, burgers, Benedicts, and more.
From pancakes to subpoenas. As the curtains rise on this legal drama, Menendez faces not just a courtroom battle, but a fight for his reputation. Once a beacon of political power, he now risks becoming the poster child for political corruption, all thanks to a shiny Mercedes-Benz and a few bars of gold.
Middle MAGA.